What if I told you that a young girl who wasn't even allowed to attend university became the first person in history to win 2 Nobel Prizes? Imagine living in a world where people believed women were not meant to become scientists. Imagine being told your dreams were impossible. Most people would have accepted those limits. But one determined young woman refused. She chose education over comfort, curiosity over fear, and courage over impossible odds. Her discoveries changed medicine, physics, chemistry, and millions of lives around the world. This is the inspiring true story of Marie Curie, the woman who proved that determination and knowledge can change the world. Marie Curie, the woman who changed science. Marie Curie was born as Maria Sklodowska on November 7, 1867, in Warsaw, Poland. At that time, Poland was under Russian rule. Life was difficult. Freedom was limited. Education was controlled. Even speaking the Polish language openly could bring trouble. Maria grew up in a family that deeply valued learning. Her father was a mathematics and physics teacher. Her mother was the headmistress of a girls' school. Books filled their home. Science fascinated young Maria from an early age. She loved asking questions. She loved solving problems. She believed knowledge was the greatest treasure anyone could possess. But life soon became painful. When Maria was only 10 years old, her beloved mother died from tuberculosis. Not long before that, one of her sisters had also passed away. These heartbreaking losses changed Maria forever. Instead of giving up, she became even more determined to honor her family's love for education. A dream beyond limits. Maria was one of the brightest students in school. She graduated with top honors. But there was a problem. Women were not allowed to attend universities in Russian-controlled Poland. Her dream of becoming a scientist seemed impossible. Many people would have accepted defeat. Maria refused. She joined the secret flying university, an underground school where young people secretly studied subjects forbidden by the authorities. Lessons took place in private homes. Students quietly entered through back doors. Knowledge itself had become an act of courage. Maria understood that education was worth every risk. Working for a dream. Maria and her older sister Bronislawa made a promise. Maria would work to earn money so her sister could study medicine in Paris. Later, Bronislawa would help Maria attend university. For several years, Maria worked as a governess. She taught children during the day. At night, she studied mathematics, physics, chemistry, and languages by candlelight. Sometimes she felt lonely. Sometimes she questioned whether her dream would ever come true. But every difficult day brought her one step closer. She believed that patience and hard work would eventually open the right door. And they did. A new beginning in Paris. In 1891, at the age of 24, Maria finally arrived in Paris. She changed her name to the French version Marie. Life was far from comfortable. She rented a tiny room beneath the roof of an old building. During winter, it became freezing cold. Sometimes she had so little money that she survived on bread, butter, and tea. She often studied until late at night while wrapped in blankets. Despite hunger and exhaustion, she felt happier than ever. For the first time, she was studying exactly what she loved: physics, mathematics, chemistry. Her professors quickly noticed her extraordinary intelligence. She graduated at the top of her class in physics and later earned another degree in mathematics. Meeting Pierre Curie. While searching for laboratory space, Marie met a quiet and brilliant scientist named Pierre Curie. Both loved science more than fame. Both believed discoveries should benefit humanity. Their conversations often lasted for hours. They discussed experiments, ideas, and the mysteries of nature. Soon they fell in love. In 1895, they married. Instead of an expensive honeymoon, they rode bicycles through the French countryside. Science became the center of their shared life. Together, they would make history, chasing an invisible mystery. In 1896, scientist Henri Becquerel discovered mysterious rays coming from uranium. No one fully understood them. Marie became fascinated. She decided to investigate. Working in a small, poorly equipped laboratory, she measured these invisible rays with incredible precision. She discovered something surprising. The rays did not depend on temperature, light, or chemical changes. They came from deep inside the atom itself. Marie named this mysterious phenomenon radioactivity. It was a completely new scientific concept. The word she created is still used today. Discovering new elements. Marie and Pierre noticed that certain minerals produced far stronger radiation than uranium alone. Something else had to be hidden inside them. They spent years processing tons of pitchblende, a dark mineral. The work was exhausting. Huge iron pots filled the laboratory. The air became hot. Chemical fumes surrounded them. Marie stirred heavy mixtures for hours. Her hands became rough. Her clothes were stained with chemicals. Many nights they worked long after everyone else had gone home. Slowly, their determination paid off. In 1898, they announced the discovery of a new element. Marie named it polonium, after her homeland, Poland. Later that same year, they discovered another remarkable element. They called it radium. Radium glowed with a faint blue light in the darkness. The sight amazed everyone who saw it. The discoveries transformed modern science. Recognition from the world. Scientists across Europe were astonished. Marie Curie's careful research opened an entirely new field of science. In 1903, Marie Curie, Pierre Curie, and Henri Becquerel received the Nobel Prize in Physics. Marie became the first woman ever to win a Nobel Prize. Her achievement inspired women around the world. Yet she remained humble. She believed the work itself mattered more than awards. Tragedy strikes again. Only 3 years later, tragedy returned. In 1906, Pierre Curie was struck by a horse-drawn carriage while crossing a Paris street. He died instantly. Marie was heartbroken. She had lost not only her husband but also her closest scientific partner. Many people expected her to stop working. Instead, Marie made an extraordinary decision. She accepted Pierre's teaching position at the Sorbonne. She became the first female professor in the university's history. Standing before hundreds of students, she calmly continued the scientific work they had started together. Her courage inspired everyone. A second Nobel Prize. Marie devoted herself entirely to research. Her studies of radium and radioactivity became increasingly important. In 1911, she received the Nobel Prize in Chemistry. She became the first person in history to win 2 Nobel Prizes in 2 different sciences. No one had ever achieved such a remarkable accomplishment. Even today, only a handful of people have matched it. Saving lives during World War I. When World War I began, thousands of wounded soldiers needed urgent medical care. Marie realized that X-ray machines could help doctors locate bullets and broken bones. But hospitals near battlefields had very few. She found a solution. Marie designed mobile X-ray units installed inside vehicles. These vehicles became known as the Little Curies. She personally drove them to battlefields. She trained doctors and nurses to operate the equipment. It is estimated that over 1 million soldiers benefited from these mobile X-ray units. Marie wasn't only advancing science. She was saving lives. The hidden danger. During Marie's lifetime, scientists did not yet understand the dangers of long-term radiation exposure. She handled radioactive materials with her bare hands. She often carried glowing samples in her pockets because she admired their beautiful blue light. Years of exposure slowly damaged her health. On July 4, 1934, Marie Curie passed away from aplastic anemia, a disease linked to radiation exposure. She had unknowingly sacrificed her own health while making discoveries that transformed medicine and science. A legacy that lives forever. Marie Curie's discoveries continue helping humanity every day. Radiation therapy treats cancer patients around the world. Medical imaging saves countless lives. Scientific research continues building upon the foundations she created. Laboratories, hospitals, universities, research centers, all continue benefiting from her remarkable work. In 1995, Marie Curie became the first woman honored with burial in the Pantheon in Paris based on her own achievements. It was a recognition not only of her discoveries but also of her courage. Final message. Marie Curie never allowed society to decide what she could become. She was told women didn't belong in science. She kept studying. She faced poverty. She kept learning. She experienced heartbreaking loss. She kept moving forward. She faced dangerous experiments. She kept searching for truth. Her life teaches us that greatness does not belong to those who have the easiest path. It belongs to those who refuse to stop. She once said, "Nothing in life is to be feared, it is only to be understood." Those words continue inspiring millions. The next time someone tells you your dream is impossible, remember Marie Curie. The young girl who wasn't allowed to attend university. The woman who discovered radioactivity. The first woman to win a Nobel Prize. The first person to win 2 Nobel Prizes in different sciences. She proved that courage, curiosity, and perseverance can illuminate even the darkest world. And perhaps the next great discovery will begin with someone who dares to ask one more question. The end.